Coal has been an important source of energy since the late 1800s. However, after the 1930s, burning of oil and natural gas has become more popular alternatives to coal. Both are more versatile, are easy to transport, and burn much cleaner. Oil and natural gas now provide around 62% of the energy in the US and around 58% of the energy around the world. Both oil, which is a liquid, and natural gas, which is a gas, exist below the surface of the Earth. They must be pumped up from wells. Oil resides in vast deposits under both land and ocean. While oil exists in many places around the world, the vast majority of the world's oil exists in the Middle East. Access and control over this vast source of oil has led to many devastating armed conflicts over the last century. Natural gas reserves are also not evenly dispersed around the globe, with many of the natural gas reserves centered in Russia, Iran, and Qatar. However, the advent of shale gas fracking has boosted natural gas extraction in both the United States and Canada. The Marcellus Shale, which encompasses an area including West Virginia, eastern Ohio, Pennsylvania, and southern New York, is a huge source of natural gas. Spaces between pieces of shale provide an area for gas to accumulate. However, the gas is also trapped well by the shale. To extract it, a long shaft needs to be drilled deep into the shale, well below the water table. Then, hydraulic fracking fluid is pumped into the well, and this fluid causes fractures in the shale, releasing the trapped gas, which is then pumped back to the surface. Natural gas, while still a carbon producer, releases much less carbon than coal. In theory, hydraulic fracturing should be relatively safe as it is done deep below the water table. However, there is growing evidence that this fracking does cause natural gas to leak into local aquifers, making the drinking water unsafe for nearby residents. This is likely due to surface leakage or spills. The fracking fluid itself can also be a health hazard, and its disposal needs to be done properly. There are environmental benefits to both oil and natural gas over coal. All produce carbon dioxide, but natural gas produces less than either oil or coal and burns much cleaner. Oil and gas are also easier to transport and require less energy to extract. However, oil, because it's a liquid, can be spilled. Oil spills can cause major environmental damage. Oil is transported around the world in high volumes in pipelines and tanker ships. Breaks in pipes or damage to the ships can cause the oil to leak out in vast quantities into the surrounding land or ocean. A particularly catastrophic spill happened in 1989 when the Exxon Valdez ran aground in Alaska, spilling 260,000 barrels of crude oil into the sea. This spill caused billions of dollars in damage and killed or impacted countless wildlife, including seabirds, otters, seals, and bald eagles, as well as other marine life. Spills can also be caused by the catastrophic failure of drilling rigs. On April 22, 2010, an explosion on the Deepwater Horizon drilling platform in the Gulf of Mexico killed 11 people and released 5 million barrels of oil into the Gulf over the course of 4 months, impacting the Gulf Coast of the United States from Louisiana to Florida. Fossil fuels are important components of the world's economy and are currently tied to human population development and growth. However, it is becoming increasingly clear that growth powered by fossil fuels is not sustainable, and new renewable sources of energy need to be developed and popularized. In the next series of videos, we will discuss the future of energy production through renewable, clean energy.